sometimes it's hard to maintain motivation, but it's a new year. You want to do a little bit better. How do I maintain motivation so I can continue and succeed in journeys of mine? What's up, dreamers? Welcome to Driving and Vibing. Today I want to talk about ways that you can maintain motivation. I'm going to talk about 2 specific ways that I think and I know will very much help you. I'm going to jump right in. The first thing, okay, if you want to maintain motivation, motivation is going to fluctuate, okay? So if there are days or even just a full week where you feel less motivated than others, do not let that get to you, okay? Do not let that get under your skin, because that would be grounds for having the journey kind of collapse on itself. Where there's going to be days where you're too tired, you're overtired. There's going to be days or weeks where you just have so much going on that's hard to focus on some of your bigger goals, because I'm sure you have multiple, and that's okay, because maybe the next week won't be so bad in those other areas and you can refocus on it, okay? So it's going to fluctuate. Don't sweat it. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is you have a big goal, okay? So you always have to set a big goal, like your end goal, okay? One that's far out. But ask yourself, what the hobbies or whatever it is you're doing that take up most of your time, do they align with this goal, right? So let's say you want to have a fitness journey. Let's say you want to start losing weight and exercise, but let's say, I don't know, you spend a ton of time sitting down playing video games and you have a hard time sacrificing. There's nothing wrong with video games at all. I'm using an example because it's something you sit at your desk to do. Is that aligning? All of those video games aligning with the goal of losing weight and building muscle? You know, your fitness journey. If the answer is no, maybe you should cut out, not all of it. I would never say cut out video games. I'm an avid video game player. I love video games. I think video games are very important for a lot of areas of life, but you should maybe you should cut out a little bit, like carve out an hour of that video game time and put it towards, working towards that fitness journey of yours, be it a walk, exercise, maybe learning new things, like, going online, just learning new things about nutrition, because that goes hand in hand, right? So there's that. You have to ask yourself, is everything that you're doing, well, not everything per se, but is what you're doing aligned with your goal? Now, this works for fitness, education, career. Does it align with where you want to be in the future? Okay. And the second thing is set yourself small goals. If let's say your main goal is to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year, right? If that's the only goal you have, it's going to be significantly harder to maintain motivation, because you don't have any little wins that you are going to be acquiring. And those are very important for motivation, for determination, for lots of different, just for emotional support, basically, right? Your mental state, because you're gonna want, like, how the mind works is it thrives off little wins. So your ultimate goal could be 20 pounds by the end of the year, and a little goal of yours can be, I want to go for a walk 2 days this week. That could be a little goal, and once you achieve that 2 days, you're gonna feel more motivated to do it the next week, as opposed to if you didn't set really an actual goal. You just say, I want to walk this week. It's not really a goal. It's just like, something you want to do. If you don't set that little goal and you don't actually achieve that, it may be harder for you to achieve the bigger goal and stay motivated. So big goal is important. What aligns with that big goal is important, and the little goals are important. And with those little goals, they gotta align with the big goal, of course, but they have to be able to be achievable, realistic, achievable. Okay, those are my 2 tips for staying motivated. I think those are very important tips, and they absolutely will work. It might take a little bit for you to kind of get those goals down and figure out exactly how you can kind of work those goals in for them to work for you in your favor. But again, motivation is going to fluctuate, and that's not something that you should let get to you or get on your skin. Okay, if you have any tips of your own, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to get the conversation started. Hit that like button, helps out the channel. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this. And I hope to see everybody in the next video. Later, dreamers.